Welcome back to the channel, and today it's a book tag. It's the end of the year book tag. I wasn't tagged in this, actually just saw it over. There's a channel, Alice in the Giant Bookshelf. It's a great channel. Doesn't always cover the books that I like to read, but it's a really great channel. Anytime it does cover the books I'm kind of into, I'll jump over there and check them out on there. Great channel. I'll put it in the link in the description, or I'll put the @ in there so you guys can find that. And I saw this tag on her channel and it was great, so I'm going to try to do it myself. Number 1, are there any books you still have to finish and that you started earlier in the year? No. So I only tend to read one book at a time, sometimes two, depending on travel and stuff like that. But I'm very keen to always finish a book before I pick up another one. So there is no book waiting, no skeletons in the closet at this point. Number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? So because of the time I'm doing this, we're already kind of in the autumn, and I've really used spooky season as a catalyst for transitioning into that later part of the year. One book that I think really kind of epitomised this was The Last Town, the final book in the Wayward Pines trilogy. It's a very autumnal book, and it was part of my spooky season, and that really helped transition me into this time of year. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? So actually, there's not. I'm sure there's some very good new releases coming out, ones I would also be interested in, but I'm not looking to pick them up. What I do have is a couple of books that I pre-ordered that have arrived. One is Letters from Father Christmas, rather, by j.r.r. Tolkien. One that I'll probably read later this year, and one that will sit on the shelf for a while until I get to it is Bernard Cornwell, Sharpe's Command. So those are probably the two last new releases for the year for me. Right, number 4. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So that all comes down to November for me. I've got a big November finale coming up. There's 3 books I still need to read for the end of the year. These 3 books right here. I need to finish Mistborn Era 1. I need to finish Faithful and the Fallen. I need to finish Life Ship Traders. As you can see, well over 2,000 pages worth of reading for me here. A very busy November reading wise it will be. But I do need to get these 3 knocked out before the end of the year, definitely. Number 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your book of the year? So probably I would say it'd be one of those 3 books I've got to read in November, but there are a couple of other books I'd like to get to. I'd like to get to A Christmas Carol around Christmas time. I'd also like to get to Casino Royale because James Bond and Christmas go hand in hand for me. I've never read the James Bond books. That's a lie. I read Dr. No when I was a kid. I actually really liked it, but I have not read them as an adult. So Casino Royale will be the first book I get to, and hopefully that can be a book of the year contender. If not, one of those 3 books from November. I think they're all going to be pretty decent. And then number 6, have you already started making reading plans for 2024? So I'm quite an organised person when it comes to lists and kind of planning my time. So I've already got like the bones of a 2024 TBR on the works. In the works already, and I will bring that video out probably in December. So a little bit of a wait for that, just because I need to finalise things, make sure I've got the right series in the right position in the year and stuff like that. As for tagging people for this tag, I've tagged who I've tagged recently. So yeah, I've tagged Fred recently, I tagged Josh recently, I tagged a lot of my friends recently. I'm always going to tag Duncan from Back Away from the Donkey because I love seeing his tags. But I think this time I also tagged Kat recently. I'll go with Cliff at Cliff's Dark Gems and Mindy at the Mindy's Book Project. Yeah, so that's the people I've tagged. That's all my answers, and I'll catch you in this video.